What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Digimon Rearise video here on For Misery Gaming. And today, guys, we're going to be doing our first should you raise slash build a certain Digimon. And I didn't want to cover something that's like a pretty, guarantee ones that you see everyone build, like War Greymon, Hyandramon, Minervamon, things like that. I want to go over a Digimon that's actually free to play. This was actually given when you guys start your account. You actually, guys, I don't remember if this was an error or if this was just free that Bandai gave us, but you actually get an egg that will become into this Noble Pumpkinmon. So if we go to its profile, if you guys get an egg and you guys end up getting the rookie Lalamon or whatever it's called, Lalamon, that eventually is going to go into Woodmon and then into regular Pumpkinmon and then into Noble Pumpkinmon. So I do want to talk about him and why you should raise him. Maybe not a top priority for you, but eventually you are going to want to build him, and have him almost close to maxed out, but I got him to level 90 today, so I just have to get 5 more of his training awakens done, and then get some bits, and then feed all that stuff in, and then he'll be rocking out at 99, and I will have a screenshot to show you guys the 99 stats. But let's go over his skills first and why he's particularly good. Now, he's not going to be good for all content, but he is going to be good for certain content in the game, especially right now PvP. So first of all, his passive: increase all allies block rate by 20%. 20% in gacha is honestly a very big number. That's basically 1 in every 5 attacks that you receive is going to increase the block rate of all your allies, and it covers your whole board, which is super important. Especially for we're in a lot of an AoE meta with Sakuyamon and Minervamon, things like that, and any other units out there that are AoEs that especially apply like a debuff status like stun, freeze, things like that is going to be insanely useful. Now, I don't know if I don't think block rate actually protects you from the debuff, but it's going to reduce damage. Basically, think of it as if you would block something, you're blocking the attack. So reducing a lot of damage, and why that is super important is because the meta is so driven hardcore right now. Once you get to the higher ranks of PvP, especially for Hyandramon and regular Mamemon or Prince Mamemon meta, where you see a lot of units that or team comps that are going to be giving you a defensive capability shield to increase defense. So if you have that increased defensive capability with your Hyandramon and your Mamemon or your Mamemon line, on top of that, you're going to have this passive that's going to increase your block rate. That's your block rate, and then you're going to be able to absorb even more damage from, especially those AoEs, since the AoEs are not going to be as massive damage because they're obviously AoEs. So you're going to protect your allies even more. So the fact that this is an AoE shield for your block rate increase is absolutely insane. I think this is one of his big calling cards of why he's super good. So after that, we're going to go into his main skill. So that is going to be Trick or Treat Wallace. So that's going to be 340% damage to 2 targets. Increase all allies' tech by 20% for 2 turns. And increase all allies' power damage resistance by 30% for 2 turns. Now, a lot of people are not going to really get the benefit of the first ability, right? Besides possibly himself getting an attack boost. But the fact that it's still a 2 target, decent damage, 340 is pretty good. That's, your Arrow Vidramon has a 340 multiplier on himself. Whereas this guy's probably tech attack is not going to be obscenely high. But still, the fact is you are getting a little bit of a boost. If you are running a tech team, like if you guys do have metalgarurumon, then you're going to get even more of a benefit off this. Now, I don't think his skill, though, is that important for the tech boost, because what we've learned in the game is that pretty sure we've been doing some experiments on this throughout the discords and things like that, where you actually can only apply one certain buff, and I think the higher buff will override it. So like, for instance, metalgarurumon gives you a 50% buff on his S1, right? So that means that Pumpkinmon won't even really come into effect because metalgarurumon's buff is more, so it's going to override Pumpkinmon, unless there's an instance to where you don't have metalgarurumon's buff applied. Then you use Pumpkinmon's S1, and then metalgarurumon does like an S2, or he does regular attacks, then he can apply that buff, and then when he comes around to get his S1 again, then he's going to reapply his 50% buff. That's like the only certain circumstance if for some reason metalgarurumon's buff has worn off and he hasn't used his S1 again. That'd be the only reason where that's too relevant, because a lot of units that you guys see in different kits have built-in buffs for their own attack type, whether it's tech or regular power. So keep that in mind. But the fact is we are in a very big power meta, so increase all allies' physical damage resistance by 30%. That's a 30% damage reduction. Then you have, like I said, your High Undermon or your Mommymon's defensive buff skills, and then you have the passive skill that increases proc rate. So just Trick or Treat, just insanely good actually for your defensive capabilities. So I think it's a super awesome skill, even though you may not really see the benefit of the tech pump you know, on your team. So still very solid ability, and you know, I definitely think it's worth using that skill in PvP especially. So next we have a 210% attack to 3 enemy targets, and then a 40% chance to inflict sleep on 3 enemy targets for 2 turns. Once again, very strong, because it's an AoE debuff. That is a CC effect, because you guys know sleep, you know, basically Pokemon and everything else going to put you to sleep. You're not going to be able to move, things like that. Excuse me. So that is going to be another insanely good skill. Not too much to go into his skill there, just very strong. Like he's got a strong S1 that gives you protection. You know, possibility of getting some boosts if you're running a tech team. And then he's also got a 3 target hit that then can sleep people. So like with the 40% chance on 3 targets, hopefully you're going to get at least 1, maybe 2 if you're lucky. You know, basically getting an 80% chance of landing 2 overall. So, I mean, that's 40% is still a pretty good chance. It's not 60 like Wargreymmon's S1 is, and it's not 60 like metalgarurumon's S1 is. But still very strong ability. Definitely not to be overlooked. So overall, like I said, he's not going to be too great for probably raids. Like his raid capability could be good because you could reduce damage, but if you're surviving to the boss anyway, he's not going to help you output more damage, and then the bosses are not going to be able to be affected by CC effects. So like his S2 is pretty much useless. And it's an AoE, so it's not going to deal a lot of damage. But if you're having trouble surviving in the higher ends of Clash, then it could be useful. I think in the Underworld, you can CC the enemies, because I don't think they're like actually considered like major bosses. So I think you can CC them. I'm not 100% sure on that. If you guys have gone all the way through the final floor in Underworld, let me know, or Otherworld, whatever it's called. Let me know if you can CC those enemies, at least some of the enemies, like maybe the minions or the ants or whatever. That way, to know if his skill 2 is more relevant for that mode. But finally, we're just going to check in real quick with these are the final stats. So Arya, shout out to her in the Discord, was kind enough to send me a screenshot of her stripped Pumpkinmon, where she's look at here at right at 99, just because it will probably take me another day or so between work and stuff before I can get my Pumpkinmon to 99. But there you go, 5942 HP, 2935 attack, so that's actually a pretty decent increase in attack there. And tech attack, and then defense of 1338. Unfortunately, his speed does not go up, so his speed does stay at 22, which is kind of slow. But you know, for the utility he brings, I feel for PvP, I think that little bit of sacrifice in speed, like the unit I'm going to be replacing him with, is going to be losing off on 3 speed, which isn't the worst thing. So I can definitely work around that. But I feel the utility he provides is way better than the metalgarurummon blue that I'm currently running on my team for PvP. So I feel he's so much better. So I really do think he's worth investing, guys. He's free. All you guys can get him. Now keep in mind, you cannot pull him on banners. So definitely don't sell him. Make sure you lock him, because you never know. He may even be better down the road. But I mean, I know in the tier list he's only a B tier mega, but I still feel for what he does. Right now, the pool we have, and probably what you guys have access to in your boxes, you probably could find a use for him at least right now. So if you guys are early game and you've built up your team and you're kind of just sitting on resources, he's probably a good option to test out, at least in PvP. See if you like him better. I think he's going to be better than metalgarurummon blue for me, and that's going to add my 4th mega to my team. So, you know, I'm excited to try him out and see how he does for PvP, see if that increases my win rate at all. But let me know what you guys think. Have you guys tested him? Have you guys tried him? What are you guys' thoughts opinions on him, let me know that in the comment section down below. I hope you guys appreciate this video, and if there's another Digimon you guys want me to cover, please do drop them in the comment section down below. If I don't have him, I am going to have to get some screenshots from whoever wants me to cover him, of course, to do the best I can to give you guys the accurate information, because for some reason, Bandai doesn't want us to have like a regular like index to where we can just see all the skills and max stats and all that stuff. But thank you guys so much once again for checking out the video today here on Fort Misery Gaming. And if you guys are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss the next Digimon Rearise video, a Loon video, if you guys play that as well. And ring that bell, because you know YouTube doesn't always like to give you my notifications when we post videos, so make sure you guys ring that bell as well. Like the video if you guys did like today's content, and leave a comment down below if this was helpful to you guys in your process with Digimon Rearise. I thank you guys so much for checking out the video today. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.